juiciness of a peach. So pure. I love the flavors. What did you think?
I wish you talked about me like this.
I love food.
Hey, what's up? This is Amir,
This is Diana,
and you're watching
Vegan Twosome.
Boom! Welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time here and you're interested in vegan food and what vegans eat, you're in the right spot. Where are we at today?
We are at the Acorn.
And what is happening at Acorn?
Acorn is participating in Dine Out Vancouver. So we're gonna have dinner there, and they're offering a 3-course set menu.
So Dine Out Vancouver is a festival that happens in Vancouver, which a lot of different restaurants partake in, which they have different set menus. Location, where is that?
Acorn is on Main Street, and there are many other vegan/vegetarian restaurants on Main Street. And the Acorn is a few doors away from its sister restaurant, The Arbor, which we visited and reviewed on our channel before.
For now, let's go eat and then go home and review the rest of the restaurant. Shall we?
Yes. The space is small. It has tables and also seating at the bar, dimly lit. Lots of plants inside. I really like all of the plants along like the top of the walls, and the light fixtures were cool. I think it was a very beautiful space. What do you think?
I liked it too. I think it's a little too dimly lit for filming anyways, which is one of my concerns every time we're doing an episode. Because when it's too dark, then you know, there's problems.
But it sets a very romantic mood.
I'm a playboy, baby. It's romantic wherever I am, you know?
Okay.
Let's talk about the dishes we got, because we shared everything today and we tried a lot of different stuff, all the vegan options pretty much.
The pacing of this service was very thought out. Usually they'll just bring out dishes as it comes along. So maybe you'll have 2 dishes on a table at once, but they really made sure they brought out 1 dish and then we finished it, or towards the end of that first dish, they would then bring the second one so that we weren't overwhelmed with too many dishes. And then also with the order of the dishes, I found that they would consider the flavor of the dishes. So the first dish, for example, was a lighter one in flavor. So they brought out that one first. And then the second appetizer was one with stronger flavors, which is important because if you bring the stronger flavor one out first, then when you eat the second one, it kind of interferes.
I don't think of food like that. My palate is not as refined as yours, I guess.
I think it's important. So I really appreciated those 2 things that they thought about. Acorn's Dine Out menu is $49, which is a little bit of a higher price point, but it is, I think, the only fine dining vegan/vegetarian restaurant in Vancouver, so it holds a very special place. All the ingredients are organic and locally sourced, so I think it really comes through in the quality, the flavor, the presentation of the dishes. It's really cool that it's supporting local farmers. Let's get to the dishes we ordered. So let's start with the appetizers. We shared the legume, and that was lentil pate, onion skin, grand fir mustard, fermented horseradish relish, sauerkraut, and potato chip.
I actually really enjoyed that dish.
It was beautifully presented. As you see the presentation on the plate, the colors were so vibrant and so many interesting little components and flavors. When I tried, I put everything on the little potato chip. And when you think mustard, you don't really think that's an exciting condiment. But I told Amir, as soon as I tasted that mustard, it was so amazing. I've never had such good mustard.
I actually think mustard sent it home.
One, two, three.
Boom. 5. Next dish.
Next, we had the shiitake, which was leek, kelp, and lemongrass emulsion.
That was really good. The lemongrass
Very
emulsion
good.
was really good.
You would not have thought that that was a vegan
Dish?
ingredient because it was so creamy and rich. Great flavors again with the saltiness of the mushrooms. One, two, three.
Boom, 2 5s.
For the entree, we shared a dish called Harvest. Harvest is a rotating feature, and I think it changes either every day or every week. I'm not sure. Today's Harvest was hot and sour soup. These were the ingredients in the Harvest. Winter chanterelles, dried morels, shiitake, Pacific crabapple, fermented cayenne, carrot, cabbage, wakame, pickled daikon.
I thought the hot and sour soup was okay. I mean, you know, I love hot and sour soup. It's one of my favorite soups. In fact, I think it is my favorite soup. And this one was a good one. It was tasty, but I think it was trying a little too hard. I way prefer ones from Chinese restaurants.
This was a very elevated version of hot and sour soup with all the mushrooms. I mean, they're very expensive mushrooms that I would normally not purchase myself. So it was a treat. It was a different version, their own version of hot and sour soup. Different from a traditional hot and sour soup, but still captured that flavor. One, two, three.
5. Perfect? Really?
Yes.
That was a perfect hot and sour soup?
Absolutely. All those good ingredients in there. So good. The next entree that we shared was the nightshade. What is a nightshade, do you know?
Yeah, it's black.
I think the server said that the eggplant is a nightshade. This was courgette, tomato, macro kelp, pearl and black oyster mushrooms.
I thought the pasta was okay. It was nothing special. I wouldn't order it again, particularly.
I love pasta. I love this dish. I've never had courgette-shaped pasta. Cooked perfectly. Love the flavors. There was sourness from the tomatoes, saltiness, bitterness from the radicchio. It was great. I loved it. Loved it. I would order again for sure. I could never make this dish. So many bold flavors that worked so well together.
I thought it was okay. I actually thought it was too much flavors. I think it was like a mosh pit of flavors.
But it was great. It was all good mixed together.
It was a little bit overwhelming. And it had a bitter aftertaste, which
The radicchio.
I wasn't crazy about. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, come on. If you love pasta, you would love this dish.
I don't particularly love pasta. It's okay. I eat it.
Finally, our dessert. First one was peach. It was sorbet, wallflower odd society gin, spruce, juniper, and sorghum. There was a canned peach slice and then the peach sorbet. Peach sorbet, so good. Just perfectly ripe, a perfectly ripe peach that just melts in your mouth. It reminds me of summer and just the juiciness of a peach. So pure. I love the flavors. What did you think?
I thought it was okay. I mean, like you said, the peach tasted like it came from a can. Like it was like
it was. They canned their own peaches.
it might have as well been a can from a dollar store because it was canned peach. And the sorbet, whatever.
Oh.
What's so special about sorbet?
The sorbet was so just encapsulated peach.
It did what?
1, 2, 3.
5.
The last item we had was the hazelnut, which was sake casu brioche, quince and blueberry jam, blueberries, and maple syrup. What do you think?
I actually like that one a lot. It was very tasty. The bread was nice and fresh. The peanut butter and the jam were really good. The blueberry in it was a great touch. I enjoyed it.
I also liked it. Delicious. All the flavors, all the ingredients with the bread. It was just like you scoop it up, you eat it. It was wonderful.
1, 2, 3. Boom! Another 5. Let me ask you this. Would you ever go back to Acorn?
Definitely go back. And I wish Amir would go back again too. I know it's expensive, but I think it's a great place to go for a special occasion, and I wish we could go back there more often.
It's not just the price. It's not just because it's expensive, but because it's expensive, I like to walk away full, and so I have a problem with portion sizes. With that being said, I would go back again, like you said, for a special occasion or something. But if I never do again, I'm okay. I won't necessarily miss it. If you enjoyed this episode and you like the videos we do, go ahead and
subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and ring the bell so you don't miss any episodes.
Damn, you went over that all the way. Boom. Arbor is a restaurant affiliated with Acorn. It's just a few doors down from it, and we've been there a few times, but once on this show. And they have one of the best sandwiches ever. Click on it and check it out. And always let us know what you think in the comments.